Hello. Today I will be talking about three things. First, 7 characteristics of living things, then explaining organelles, and then I will be explaining how organelles relate to the 7 characteristics of living things. So first, for 7 characteristics of living things. We have living things are made up of cells, which states that every living thing has either one or more cells. Then we have living things containing chemicals of life, which are carbs, carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and DNA. Then we have living things that evolve. For example, when cavemen evolved to the current human we have today. Then we have living things that obtain US energy. For example, photosynthesis. Sorry, I can't speak today, but when the light shines down the plants and they obtain that energy and use it. Then living things respond to stimuli, which is how living things adapt to their environment, which we can do. For example, adapting summer, then 4 months later, 5 months later, adapting to winter. Then we have living things grow and develop, which states that, for a baby to a teenager to a adult, and then you develop learning skills along the way, strength, you develop lots of things along the way. And then living things reproduce, which states that everything can reproduce. So now onto the organelles. Nuclear envelope, which is the layer. Oh, by the way, hope you don't fall asleep. Just try and bear with me. There are a lot of organelles on this list. So, nuclear envelope is the layer of 2 membranes that surrounds the nucleus of a cell. Talking about that, the nucleus, which is the control center of the cell. And the nucleolus is where ribosomes are made. What are ribosomes, you ask? Ribosomes are things ribosomes, they have a very big journey. And other organelles, they go into a plasm called the cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like substance. And then they go into the ERs. The rough ER, they don't really go in the smooth ER, but they go in the rough ER. The rough ER is endoplasmic reticulum. They have ribosomes attached to it, and the smooth ER doesn't have ribosomes attached to it. That's why it's called smooth and rough. Next, they and a lot of other things go to the Golgi apparatus, which they go through. And lysosomes are the garbage eaters, really. They take in used, worn-out cells. Sorry, don't know why I'm coughing so much. And then we have vacuoles. Vacuoles are sac-like structures that store different materials. For example, water vacuoles, which store sacks of water, but they're only plant cells. They squeeze the water in, then pump it out. Mitochondria is an organelle that's a powerhouse for both animal and plant cells. So some other things I want to tell you. When a cell's ready to divide, DNA condenses into chromosomes. The chromatin is spread out form of DNA formed inside the nuclear membrane. Organelle is little organ. Okay, now on to how organelles relate to some characteristics of living things. First up, organelles for living things are made up of cells. Organelles, all of them, help with the cell structure and function. Living things contain chemicals of life. The nucleolus fits in here because it creates ribosomes, which create proteins. Lipids go through the smooth ER, they fit in here. Nucleus and chromatin create DNA. And then chloroplast creates carbohydrates. But put all this in parentheses, you get the Golgi apparatus. They all fit into that. And then living things evolve. Nucleus and chromatin, they create DNA. Living things obtain and use energy. Mitochondria and chloroplasts fit here. Living things respond to stimuli. Nucleus and mitochondria and chromatin fit here. Living things grow and develop. The Golgi apparatus fits here, and living things reproduce. The nucleus and DNA. What is wrong with me? Why can I not stop coughing? The nucleus and DNA fit, and living things reproduce. So I hope you enjoyed this segment, and it was under 5 minutes, as I probably said in the start of the video. And I hope you didn't fall asleep, and that you aren't sleeping now, and that you made it to the end of the video without leaving or falling asleep. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.